So I finally get to talk about the last case, the third and last case, what you've all been waiting for. It's the oblique or objective case. It means highly debatable. I'm not going to go over that controversy again. These cases are very debatable among linguists. Just letting you know that there's another case that exists out there. It's this one. The oblique or objective, whatever you want to call it. And some say objective. I can see why it's objective because, as such, in English, you have three cases: the subjective case, the possessive, and the objective case for these pronouns, right? And in this case, the objective, it's like in English, when we have the objective case, it's more the to me, for me, mine, that kind of stuff. Not mine, that's more possessive, but me would be the objective. You, again, would be the objective. Him, her, those kind of things. But objective case, here it is, right? The third and final one. It's kind of confusing at first, but bear with me. So for the singular, first person, singular, the I case is kanako, right? Kanako means something sort of the lines like for me, kanako. It can be shortened as well to nako, and remember, this nako is also the same as the preposition. I think it's the preposition ergative form, so that's why it's gonna be confusing because they share the same form. So kanako and nako, the shortened version or the shortened form of the objective oblique case is the same as the elongated or long form of the ergative case, right? They share the same one. Kanimo is the next one, the second person singular, third person singular, kaniya, right? And also they have their shortened forms, nimo and niya. Moving on to the plural, we have kanato, which is the inclusive we, and again, the shortened forms are similar to the ones in the ergative case for this case, the full case for the ergative. Kanamo, again, for the first person plural, exclusive we. Kaninyo for the second person plural, the you guys, you all, the yins, all that form. And the kanila is the third person plural for them, they, right? Them. Or, yeah, plural. Just keep note of these, usually and generally, the shortened forms of this case, the third case, is going to be used often, right? Nako, nimo, niya. Instead of saying kanako, kanimo, kaniya, it's more like nako, nimo, niya. Those things, the shortened forms, are generally going to be used. And as such, most shortened versions or most of the shortened forms are used in Cebuano because Cebuano in general is just a lazy language. People like to shorten a lot of things, but I'm showing you the elongated forms so that way you will know them too. All right. So that's with the third and final case for the oblique objective case. Again, this is highly debatable among linguists. Some linguists argue it's oblique, some of them it's objective. Whatever, this third case just exists. This is something different I'm going to show you too. So now that you know all the three cases, I can start teaching you a lot more stuff as well. So whenever you see ko, ikaw together, it changes. It has a deeper meaning, and they can change the form to either tika, tikao, or tika, taka. Again, the taka, tika, tikao, those are just the same thing. The usage of them vary among dialects and among people. I hear taka a lot though. The first one, taka, is generally more used from what I hear. And this only happens when you have ko, ikaw. When you, in the absolutive case, and ikaw, again, as a subject in the absolutive case, are together, they can change their forms to taka. And because they change their forms to taka, it has a deeper meaning, right? and I'll show you with these example sentences, it's gonna change too. This is something we don't have in English again, but it has a deeper meaning when you change it that way. So the first one, it's whenever, and again, it's whenever you are doing something to the second person. So only when the first person singular does something to the second person singular, right? It's an action. So first sentence, all right? Gihigugma ko ikaw, right? Which is, it translates to I love you. Gihigugma ko ikaw. But if someone just says ko ikaw, it just plainly means I love you. However, if you change the ko ikaw to taka, gihigugma taka, it has a deeper meaning now. Like, you really love this person. So ko ikaw is just, yeah, I love you. But if you change the pronouns to taka, these two of these subject absolutive cases to taka, it changes now. And again, we're talking about us or you. I say the absolutive case because remember, the absolutive case, it's whenever a subject of an intransitive verb, or yeah, the pronoun of an intransitive verb, or can act like the subject of that sentence or object of that sentence if a transitive verb, right? So if you forgot, just go ahead and look back at that video. But both of them can change into taka, and it has a deeper meaning now. So gihigugma ko ikaw, yes, I love you. But gihigugma taka, okay, yeah, I actually do love you deeper. Like, there's a deep meaning to it. It doesn't exist in English. It just kind of, it's really difficult to probably grasp a difficult concept, but you'll get the hang of it once you get more practice or ask other people. Next one is a sumbagon taka, right? You can say sumbagon ko ikaw, which means I'm gonna punch you or I'm gonna hit you, right? Sumbagon taka, sumbagon ko ikaw. If you change ko ikaw to taka, again, it's gonna be a little more deeper. Like, you're a little serious now. Sumbagon taka, I'm gonna punch you or I'm gonna hit you. It's serious if you use the taka. The meaning changes. And last one is nakita ko ikaw, which plainly means, yeah, I saw you, right? Nakita ko ikaw. It's the verb, subject, object. You become the object, right? Ko, again, is the subject in the absolutive case. We can look at ikaw too in the absolutive case, but this is our transitive verb C, right? Or it can also be an intransitive verb, so you can look at it many ways. Ko can be that object or subject, ikaw can be that object or subject. It just changes. This is all the absolutive case, right? But again, going back, nakita ko ikaw means I saw you, right? But if you change it to nakita ko taka, nakita taka means, okay, I actually did see you, and it's with the deeper meaning now too. So nakita taka. And as I mentioned before, ko ikaw can change to taka only when the first person singular does an action to the second person singular, right? So, like, yeah, what did I do? I saw you. That was an action that the first person singular did to the second person singular. Same thing with this verb sumbag, and gugma. So gugma, love. Sumbag is to hit, to punch, and kita. Those are the root verbs for these verbs with here that have been conjugated. And as a bonus, I'm going to talk about this one word too, kuan. So Cebuano is one of those languages that expresses thought, right? Like, every language they have their own way of expressing thought and thinking, and these thoughts and thinking words are also known as the filler words, right? Filler words. In English, we have them too. There are the ums, the uhs, those kind of utterances that we say when we're thinking about something. So if we're not sure about something or we're still thinking about something, we say well, so those kind of stuff, or those kind of words to express that we're still thinking about something, or a filler word, right? Well, in Cebuano, the filler word we say is kuan, which, again, you see the two vowels, right? That means there's a glottal stop in between, so you have to pronounce each of those vowels, kuan. And you'll hear examples, and people will say things like kuan, And we also use the your typical ahs and the uhs, the that kind of stuff too. But kuan is one of those major filler words that you will commonly hear too. Um, there'll be things like kuan, that kind of stuff, or kadtong kuan, or kadtong something something, and then they'll have it followed with kuan. Well, anyway, I just thought I should share that one with you because it's a interesting word.